Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here to do your What's Cracking reading. Firstly, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I'm in my second home at the moment, so I will be reading from here for the next week. Personal readings, open for personal readings. You can book via my website, www.theaussiegoddess.com. And I will be open right until Christmas. I do intend taking a couple of weeks off after Christmas, but I'll make sure you all know the dates for that. Thank you for your support here and on TikTok. I know TikTok's really been fabulous for me. And thank you to those who got both, because the people come to me for readings always tell me where they've come from. And I know I have a lot of TikTok followers now from here. All right. What else is there? I'm going live today on YouTube at 12 o'clock. You'll be able to see me there. If you want to have a question answered, I will do that for a small donation. Other than that, I have nothing else to say, other than let's get into the reading. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot for this reading today. And let's see where we're going. Oh, it's really funny because when I opened the deck up, this card came up first. And, you know, most of us as readers don't really feel a lot comfortable with the Three of Swords. But often when I read, I realise that maybe this energy is old energy. It doesn't always mean that it's something new or something to come. Sometimes it's just trapped in our energy. The swords represent like communication, clarity. It can often represent pain between, say, two people, because it's the Three of Swords. So it could be that you've had some sort of fight or argument with somebody. But whatever this is, it can also be lingering pain or lingering in your energy. And it may have been there for a very long time. Maybe something is surfacing for you now that you haven't dealt with from your past, because sometimes that will happen. It can also mean that, you know, for a period of time you may be reminded of something that caused you pain in the past, or you may remember something. But whatever it is, it's sort of in the energies at the moment. So something is, I want to say it's disappointment. It doesn't feel like sorrow, all right? It feels like disappointment in someone. So it could be disappointment in a family member, disappointed with a relationship, disappointed that something hasn't gone the way you wanted it to go. That's what I'm feeling here. So you may be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio here. Can also be a father figure for me, or somebody who has like a substantial place in your heart. There's disappointment with this person, or this person could be holding on to disappointment too. So we'll have a look at that. But there's disappointment around possibly a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But if we look at the energies, it may be disappointment around love. It may be disappointment around something just not going the way it did. There may have been some conflict here between you and someone else that's created that disappointment. Now, again, it sort of feels like it's in the past. So I'm feeling here, maybe something has reminded you, or something is coming forward just to, yeah, okay. I feel like somebody's coming in with some sort of, somebody from your past here is coming in with some sort of offer. I feel like here, because this feels like disappointment, or sort of something around that, and I'll get sort of deeper into that, but I feel like somebody's coming in perhaps to make some sort of offer here. But this offer doesn't feel like an actual love offer. It feels like an explanation, or I feel like this person has love for you, no doubt, but it doesn't feel like an offer of love. It feels like an offer of forgiveness, or an offer of sort of getting over something here. So whoever this is something to do with your past. Now, it could be a person from your past, Eight of Cups, maybe somebody that you've walked away from here. But it also can mean that you've got a really strong, or you had a really strong connection to this person. Now, this person could be a friend, as I said, or a family member, whatever it was. There was something disappointing in the past. I feel like there was a conflict or some sort of argument, but there was a disappointment. And I feel like the disappointment came as a result of that. So it may be that you haven't spoken to this person for a while. It may be that you severed a relationship here, because I do see you walking away here. So you were very hurt here. It looks like to me that you've left something behind that you thought had some sort of potential. So you may have thought this person really did love you a lot, but you've walked away from it. All right, and then you've stepped into your own power here. All right, so there is a sort of feeling here. Oh, beautiful. There is a sort of feeling here that somehow or another walking away from it hurt. That Five of Swords for me is always walking away from something that you don't really want to walk away from, but you know it's the best thing for you. You know the truth. So there's definitely this feeling that you've left something behind. It's been very, very difficult. And I feel like something is raising this up for you. I feel like it's somebody coming in with some sort of explanation, offer perhaps to resume the friendship, sort of make the relationship, get it back on track, whatever it is, but somebody wants to make something right. The most interesting thing here is that we have the King and the Queen of Cups coming up here. So I feel like for some of you, this could be somebody you see as your counterpart, somebody you see having a very close, you've had a close connection to this person. All right, let's get a bit more information. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords coming through. So obviously whatever happened in this situation did cause you a great deal of stress, because I see you taking time out here to heal. And sometimes these things can take some of us a very long time to get over. When you're empathic and you feel things very deeply, sometimes it's very hard to let go. It does have some things to do with our own childhood fears, rejection, abandonment, those sort of things too. But sometimes we find things really difficult to release. And I feel like for you, this looks to me like something was very, very difficult for you to let go of. I can't put my camera down here. Once I get set up in the other office, I'll be fine. All right, so I have the Two of Pentacles coming through. I feel like here there is some sort of decision that you're weighing up here, because you're looking at this period of time that took you to heal. And I'm feeling here, and quite rightly so, you know, are you feeling, is it worth going back to this when it created so much pain for me, or am I able to get over the pain that it caused? So I feel like you're making some sort of decision here in regards to this offer or this situation. I feel here that the pain of this particular situation may have been quite difficult. And for me, that Two of Pentacles is you're really tossing up whether it's worth going back to, whether to leave it alone, whether to move on, that type of energy coming through. All right, yeah, Five of Pentacles, definitely. Definitely. I feel like you felt this person was going to be around forever. Again, it could be a friend, it could be somebody that you fell in love with or whatever, but it's sort of, there's a very close energy with the Two and the Five of Pentacles, and that leaves a Three between, which means that you felt you had some sort of ongoing connection to this person, and maybe you still haven't completely let them go. Maybe you've just healed, because I see like the Three of Swords and I see the Sword of Truth underneath, which of course both came up in that mini read. So for me, it sort of says to me that the pain of the past still lingers, but you've held on to the truth of what is right for you. This is why it looks like it's becoming a very difficult decision as to whether to resume something or whether to leave it behind. Okay, so we have the Devil energy coming through. We've seen the Devil a little bit lately. Just lately, I've had the Devil card a lot in the readings, and it I can't discount the fact you may be dealing with a Capricorn, of course. But moreover, the Devil card for me represents anything that is ego, codependency, narcissism, anything that's taken to extremes that is not healthy, unhealthy ego. Of course, the depth of how unhealthy something is another question. I always think when people sweepingly make remarks like that, well, what do you mean? How far does it have to go before it becomes, you know, not a good thing for you? And I feel like with the Devil energy, it is too extreme. So, you know, this person could be obsessing about this particular situation. You could have obsessed about this particular situation. It may have been quite unhealthy. It may have been something that was very difficult to let go of. Because I feel like with this Devil card, you may have felt chained to this energy or chained to this person, which may have made it very difficult to let go. But more so, I feel here, there is a feeling here of needing to put something right so you can let it go. It's that feeling of wanting, I don't know why we want to have closure, why we can't find our own closure, but this is this feeling of not being able to close something out, still obsessing, still hanging on to it here. Okay, so we have the Temperance card coming through with the Queen of Wands and the Death card. So we have Capricorn, Sagittarius and Scorpio energy here. Actually quite strong Sagittarius. So I'm feeling really strongly here that you are ready to let something go, or maybe this is why you're deliberating whether to pick something up or not, or whether to continue something. I feel that you've got to a stage in your healing where you are starting to sort of get past that obsessive sort of thinking, because you're getting into this Queen of Wands energy, which says to me you've sort of got to a point where you've taken your own power back and you're moving in the right direction. I feel like a lot of changes come from this particular situation, so it could be that that change has been enough for you to realize that it's just not, it's not right for you anymore. Maybe somehow or another, because you've got into this energy of Temperance here. And that means that your vibration is very high, especially with the Queen of Wands right next door. So there's been a huge change in you. A huge change in you. So I feel like somehow or another this person's energy may not be, especially with that Two of Pentacles, may not be aligning with yours anymore. But I feel like this person wants to make things right. I feel like it's hanging over their head with that Devil energy. So you may choose to make things right. You may move on. Seven of Pentacles. I feel like when the Seven of Pentacles, Justice, there's something that's coming full circle here. There's something coming full circle. The really interesting part is I feel like somehow or another you want it resolved as well. I feel like this person definitely does. There's definitely this feeling of wanting to put something behind you and letting it go. Somebody's found it really hard to move on here. Let's just see what this last card is. The Sun, yeah. There is a real feeling of forgiveness in this reading. Sort of that Two of Pentacles energy sort of feels to me like a forgive and forget. So it's almost like you're going to decide that whatever this situation was, it's okay to let it go and put it down, especially with the Justice and the Sun card here. And I do feel with the Devil energy as well, that there's sort of this energy here that the change it's brought about already, you may have done a lot of work on yourself, you may have done a lot of inner work here because of this Death card, because there's a huge transformation. But somehow or another, something's come full circle here. The Justice and the Sun card makes me feel that it's come full circle. So although you may have wanted somebody here, or you may have wanted them in your life, I feel like here you're quite happy to just walk away and not feel that you haven't closed something off. It's almost like you have just got to that last stage of healing where this is required now for you to be able to completely let it go. I feel that somebody left some pain behind for you, without a doubt. And I feel like somebody's now coming in, quite possibly from your past, somebody that you walked away from, who really wants to, I almost want to say reconcile, but not reconcile in a getting back together way, reconciling that past pain or the past hurts maybe that they caused you. But I feel like here this is really an energy of wanting forgiveness. I feel like you walked away from this person. You saw some sort of truth here. It may be that it wasn't really doing what you wanted it to do, especially with that Devil card there. The person you were dealing with may have been very selfish, self-centered. All of those sort of energies come through with the Devil card. A little bit one-minded, focused on their own needs and not yours. Whatever it was here, I know that they left you out in the cold and it was very disappointing. But I do see a beautiful closure to this, regardless of which way it goes. I'll just have a look and see. I've got a couple of cards on the Sun card. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Somebody's stepping up their game here though. The Strength card. Maybe somebody does want more here because the game has been stepped up. This person's not giving up. They're going to the higher level here with the Knight of Cups. So you may be dealing with someone that you're happy to walk away from, or you're content to just go about your business, but this person is not. They are not. They may have done quite a lot of work on themselves. We do have that energy here of what I always say is lawyer, separation, divorce. I don't feel like this person's ready to give up though. They really are holding fast here with that Seven of Wands. But I feel like here you're ready to walk away. So anyway, I'll leave you with that. Let's have a look at an oracle card and see what Spirit has to offer us on top of that. Okay, we the Hathors. Interesting energy. Trust the timing is here as well. So I think that's quite interesting too. We the Hathors. Deep love, mother's milk, birth is a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in a new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know of the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in mother's arms. This is really interesting energy to come here. I'm going to read the next bit too because it talks about struggling and remembering that the universe is supporting you here. And I feel like the universe is asking you to be supported through this. So I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe somehow or another with this closure, with whatever's coming this way, it might be tremendously powerful for you, especially because I see a very deep healing and a lot of transformation. It says this is a card of extreme potency, of femininity and of creation and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. You're being reminded that you are cradled in a sacred container. So I feel like somehow or another Spirit is saying to you here that this particular situation might be very emotional for you or very distressing for you, especially if it's somebody that you feel that you were very strongly attached to. There seems to be an energy of remembering that the universe is supporting you on this journey. But I'll leave you with that. Thank you.